A young boy's heartfelt gesture for his hardworking mother takes an extraordinary twist when none other than Elon Musk steps into a quiet jewelry store in Middle America. What follows will leave you awestruck and deeply moved. Liam clenched the crumpled bills and loose coins in his pocket, his pulse pounding with a mix of excitement and anxiety. For weeks, he'd been saving every penny he could scrape together, mowing lawns, skipping his usual snacks, and even calling in a few favors from neighbors. Today was the day. He was finally going to buy his mom a birthday present that would show her how much he valued all her sacrifices. As the late afternoon sun dipped below the horizon in Springfield, Missouri, Liam walked up to a small, unassuming jewelry shop, sandwiched between a corner bakery and a thrift store. The delicate chime of the bell above the door caught the attention of the shopkeeper, a gentle-looking older man with a kind expression who gave Liam a quick nod. Liam hesitated for a moment, then stepped inside, his eyes scanning the glittering displays. Carefully, he wandered down each aisle, his focus unwavering as he examined every item. His mom didn't wear much jewelry, but one bracelet on the second shelf stopped him in his tracks. It was simple, yet beautiful. A slender silver band with a single heart-shaped charm. He imagined her wearing it, sipping coffee on the front porch after another exhausting day. It felt perfect. Gently, he took the bracelet from the display and held it in his hand, admiring its understated beauty. Turning it over, he searched for the price tag, his heart pounding as he saw the number. It was close, closer than he expected, but he had just enough. She deserved this. With a deep breath, he approached the counter and placed the bracelet down. The shopkeeper's kind smile reassured him, as the man silently rang up the purchase. Liam began pulling out his carefully saved cash, when suddenly, the front door swung open, and the bell jingled sharply, announcing the arrival of someone else. The shopkeeper's eyes flicked toward the entrance, his brows arching in recognition. The atmosphere of the room seemed to shift instantly. Liam, curious about the sudden change, turned his head toward the source of approaching, deliberate footsteps. He slowly pivoted, clutching the bracelet tightly as though it were priceless. A tall man, dressed casually in a hoodie and jeans, entered the shop with an air that was both unassuming and captivating. It took Liam a moment to register who he was looking at. It was Elon Musk, the man he'd only ever seen on news feeds and videos. The shopkeeper froze momentarily before recovering with a polite smile. For Liam, though, the moment felt unreal. Why would someone like Musk be here, in a modest jewelry store in Springfield? Could it really be him? Liam blinked, half expecting the image to disappear. "Afternoon," Musk greeted the shopkeeper with a slight nod, then began to browse the store, as if he were just another customer searching for something special. Yet, the air seemed charged, like everyone was holding their breath to see what might unfold. Liam turned back to the counter, his focus on counting his money, though his hands trembled slightly as he laid out the bills. The shopkeeper seemed equally distracted, casting quick glances at Musk, while meticulously counting Liam's payment. "Nice bracelet." Musk's voice cut through the silence, making Liam's heart skip a beat. He looked up to see Musk standing a few feet away, his eyes fixed on the small piece of jewelry in Liam's hands. Liam swallowed hard, unsure how to respond. Thanks," he murmured, barely audible. "Who's it for?" Musk asked, his tone friendly and genuinely curious. Liam hesitated, glancing at the shopkeeper, who gave him an encouraging nod. "It's for my mom," Liam said finally, his voice gaining a bit of confidence. "Her birthday is tomorrow." "That's thoughtful of you," Musk said, his expression softening as he stepped closer to the counter. "What made you pick this one?" He motioned toward the bracelet. Liam felt his cheeks warm. "It's simple but elegant," Liam explained. "She doesn't wear much jewelry, but I think she'll like it." I just want her to know I see everything she does for me." For a moment, Musk didn't respond. He studied Liam as though trying to piece together the meaning behind his words. Then, a faint smile appeared at the corners of his lips. Liam had no idea what Musk was planning, but it was clear his interest wasn't fleeting. Musk leaned casually against the counter, folding his arms. "How old are you?" he asked, his voice easy, though his sharp gaze suggested genuine interest. 13, Liam replied, still gripping the bracelet like it might vanish. Musk let out a soft chuckle. 13, and you're already saving up for a gift like this? That's impressive. Most kids your age are spending their money on games or sneakers. Liam shrugged, suddenly feeling exposed. My mom's been through a lot. She works long shifts at the diner and always makes sure I have everything I need, even when it's hard for her. I just wanted to do something special for her for once. Musk tilted his head slightly, his expression turning reflective, almost gentle. That's admirable, he said thoughtfully. Not many would think that way at your age. Liam's jaw dropped slightly at the unexpected remark. You've got a sharp mind, kid, the man said with a nod. It's not often you meet someone your age thinking like that. Liam blinked, startled. How do you know my name? He asked, his voice tinged with curiosity. The man gestured toward Liam's jacket, where a small name tag from a school event was pinned. It's right there, he replied with a grin, easing the moment with a touch of humor. Liam let out a nervous chuckle, the tension slipping away. The man's eyes drifted toward the bracelet on display again. How much is it? He inquired, directing the question to the shopkeeper. $56, the shopkeeper responded, glancing at Liam's small pile of cash and coins. He smiled kindly and added, He's got enough here. The man raised an eyebrow, a flicker of amusement dancing across his face. $56, huh? He paused thoughtfully before turning back to Liam. Tell you what, I'll cover this for you. Think of it as a joint gift for your mom. Liam froze, his mouth slightly open in shock. Wait, what? You don't have to do that, he exclaimed, his voice wavering in surprise. The man shook his head, his smile warm, but resolute. I know I don't have to. I want to. Let's just say I appreciate what you're trying to do. It's a good reminder of what really matters. Before Liam could object further, the man pulled a sleek black wallet from his pocket and handed the shopkeeper a crisp $100 bill. Keep the change, he said with a nod, his tone casual but purposeful. Liam stood motionless, the bracelet still clasped in his hand, as if unsure how to respond. I don't know what to say, Liam finally whispered, his wide eyes darting between the man and the shopkeeper. The man bent slightly to meet Liam's gaze, his expression soft but sincere. You don't need to say anything. Just make sure your mom has an amazing birthday, all right? Liam nodded slowly, still processing what had just happened. Yet as he looked at the man, he noticed something more, a quiet encouragement, as though this gesture wasn't just about the bracelet, but about something far greater. Liam didn't realize it yet, but this small act of generosity would be the beginning of a life-changing moment. Gripping the bracelet tightly, Liam managed a heartfelt, "Thank you." But just as he thought the exchange was over, the man's voice cut through the air, his tone shifting to something more thoughtful. Liam, he began, do you have any big dreams? Anything you've always wanted to achieve? The question caught Liam off guard. He hesitated, unsure how to respond. It wasn't every day someone asked a kid like him such things. I'm not sure, he admitted, his fingers nervously playing with the bracelet box. I guess I'd like to do something that'd make my mom proud. Maybe build something like you do. The man's eyebrows rose slightly, his interest piqued. Build something? Like what? Liam paused, gathering his thoughts. She's always said she wishes we had a better house, one where things didn't break all the time. Maybe someday I could make houses like that, affordable ones that don't fall apart. The man leaned back, clearly impressed. Affordable, durable housing, he repeated, his voice thoughtful. That's a bold idea. You know, there are a lot of people working on challenges like that, but not everyone has your perspective. Liam shrugged, a little embarrassed. It's just something I've thought about, he said quietly, unsure of how much his words meant in that moment. I'm not sure if I can actually do it. Musk's expression softened, and for a moment, it felt as if the world outside the tiny store disappeared. Liam, he said, his tone gentle but firm, every great idea starts with someone like you, someone who notices a problem and thinks, maybe I can be the one to change this. It doesn't matter how small you begin, Musk continued. What matters is that you care enough to take the first step. Liam stared at him, the words landing in his mind like seeds in fertile soil. He'd never looked at it that way before. Could he really do something meaningful? Musk straightened, his confidence returning like a switch flipping on. Here's the deal. I'm going to help you get started. Think of it as an investment in your future. Liam's eyes widened. What do you mean? He asked, barely above a whisper. Musk pulled out his phone, his fingers moving across the screen for a moment before he glanced back at Liam. Give me your mom's name and number. I want to make sure you both have what you need to dream a little bigger. The shopkeeper, watching quietly from behind the counter, looked on with wide-eyed amazement. His gaze shifted between the boy and the billionaire, trying to process what was happening. Liam hesitated, then slowly recited the information Musk had asked for. His voice was shaky but determined. Got it, Musk said, slipping his phone back into his pocket. I'll be in touch. For now, go make your mom's birthday unforgettable. Liam didn't know what Musk had in mind, but he couldn't shake the sense of hope beginning to take root in his heart. Suddenly, the world outside the store didn't seem so small anymore. The next day, Liam could hardly contain his excitement as he handed his mom a small, neatly wrapped box. He had rehearsed the moment in his head over and over, but when it came time to speak, all he managed was a simple, heartfelt "Happy birthday, Mom." Grace, his mom, looked at the box in surprise. She wasn't accustomed to receiving gifts, let alone something as thoughtful as this. When she unwrapped it and found the silver bracelet inside, her eyes filled with tears. Liam, this is beautiful, she said, her voice trembling as she hugged him tightly. You didn't have to do this, she added, her eyes still wet with emotion. I wanted to, Liam replied, his voice steady, despite the lump in his throat. You deserve it, Mom. Grace smiled, her fingers tracing the charm on the bracelet. She had no idea that this gift was only the beginning. Later that evening, as they sat together in their small, cozy kitchen, Grace's phone buzzed on the counter. She glanced at the unfamiliar number and answered. The voice on the other end was confident, yet kind. And for a moment, Grace felt both curious and hopeful. This is Elon Musk. Grace nearly dropped the phone. Excuse me? She managed, exchanging a bewildered look with Liam, who appeared equally confused. Musk let out a soft laugh. I realize this might seem out of the blue, but I met your son yesterday at a jewelry store. He told me about how much he admires you and the effort you put in every single day. Grace's hand flew to her chest as she processed his words. Thank you, she said, her voice trembling. That's incredibly kind of you. Well, Musk continued, He also mentioned a dream he has, something about creating better housing for families like yours. It's a remarkable vision, and I'd like to help him bring it to life. Grace's mouth hung open, speechless. Liam sat frozen, his fork suspended in midair. Musk pressed on, unfazed by the silence. "I've arranged for your rent to be fully covered for the next year," he said. "And, starting next week, Liam will be paired with a mentor to help him dive deeper into design and engineering. If there's anything else that might ease things for you, don't hesitate to reach out." Tears spilled down Grace's face as she clutched the phone. I don't even know how to respond," she stammered. "This is beyond anything I could have imagined." Liam leapt from his chair, taking the phone from his mom. "Mr. Musk," he said, his voice shaky with emotion. "Thank you. I'll never be able to repay this." "You already have, Liam," Musk replied. "Just keep dreaming big, and always remember where you came from. That's all the thanks I need." As the call ended, their home seemed to hum with a newfound energy. In the following weeks, true to his promise, Musk's team introduced Liam to Mark, an engineer who shared Musk's passion for revolutionary housing solutions. Mark wasn't just a mentor. He treated Liam's ideas with genuine respect, igniting a confidence in the boy he hadn't felt before. Grace's world transformed too. For the first time in years, she didn't have to worry about rent or balancing multiple jobs. She could spend quality time with Liam, sharing dreams about the future and marveling at how one moment of unexpected kindness had shifted their lives forever. But the story didn't end there. News of Musk's generosity spread, first through local outlets and then across the country. Reporters flocked to their home, and Grace and Liam shared their journey. Not for attention, but to inspire others. "It's not just about what we received," Grace told one journalist. "It's about how one act of kindness can remind you to believe in yourself and the goodness of others." Liam, now more determined than ever, poured his energy into designing blueprints for his dream homes. His mentor pushed him to think big, and Musk's team helped him present his ideas at a community event. Liam's creativity and passion left everyone in awe, and soon, others were eager to support his vision. The once reserved boy from Springfield became a beacon of hope, proving that even a single kind gesture could spark monumental change. Offers of support and encouragement poured in from all corners, and Liam and Grace embraced this new chapter of their lives. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Liam turned to his mom on the porch. "Someday I'll build homes for everyone who needs one," he said, with quiet determination. "Every great dream, after all, starts with someone bold enough to believe." Grace placed her hand gently on his shoulder, her smile warm. "You already have the heart for it, Liam. The rest will come naturally." If this story touched you, let it serve as a testament to the impact of kindness and the strength of dreams. Share it with someone who could use a spark of inspiration today, and be sure to subscribe for more uplifting stories that showcase the beauty in humanity. Together, we can keep spreading hope, one story at a time.